Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Trishna Talks. So, today we have someone who is a very, very beautiful individual. She's not only beautiful to look at, but she's a very beautiful human being. She is a chairperson of the MMA India Women's Commission. She is a fitness and fashion enthusiast. Uh, I could go on and on about her. She's been an entrepreneur, and why don't we just get her on board and meet her, Bulbeer Gandhi.
Hi,
Hi,
Trishna.
welcome
Hi.
to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much
How are
for
you?
having me over. I'm good. God's grace. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you so much. So it's such a
Lovely.
pleasure to have you here. Yeah, I mean, it's keep seeing your posts, I keep seeing the work you do, and it's so amazing that I have you on board for the talk.
Thank you.
Time. I wanted to have so many introductions for you, and I said, "Chalo, at least let me start with something." So, there's one thing that I know that you started off as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and there's so many. After that, there's so many things that you keep doing. So, tell me, what was your journey like? How did you get into the business world, and how did you feel when you were like wearing those
Well,
shoes?
getting into the business world was an absolute it was to I give total credit to my father-in-law for getting me in, and then my husband to support me all throughout the years. I was organizing Glamour, Glitter, and Shagun. They were the jewelry, and Glamour is a jewelry exhibition, and Glitter and Shagun are jewelry lifestyle exhibitions. So
I
they've been
have attended.
happening since 18 years now, and it was great team support, and that's how it was one of the that was one of the best part of my life. I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I don't have words. I mean, it has been the best part. Those years of working as a lifestyle director, handling the exhibitions, the clients, as well as, I mean, it was pure teamwork, but overall, it was the best experience I had. Yeah.
I remember attending a lot of them actually,
Oh,
coming to a
yes.
lot of.
I know.
So
I've like
I miss
really met
that.
you in that.
I miss those days. Yeah. So like, you now from there to here, you're like the chairperson for the MMA Women's Commission. And tell me
That's
more about this. Elaborate on
right.
this because I mean I think everybody would like to know what is MMA.
Well, MMA is mixed martial arts.
Hmm.
And in today's day and date, see, it has always been a very important part of our lives, but we've never given it that importance. But now that we've grown up and, times have changed, the exposure is way more than what it used to be.
Right.
So it's very important for children to have self-defense techniques, and also build self-confidence.
Right.
So
Right.
basically, MMA not only as a sport, but more it's more important now for self defense, for taking care of oneself.
So
I
how
mean,
different is it
uh,
from judo and karate?
well, honestly, there isn't much of a difference, but of course, like, you have a difference between football and American football. It's like
Okay.
that. They have a little bit of
Okay.
different techniques. That's it. And
Okay.
basically MMA is something I would still I personally would be I would love it for self defense, because there are some techniques which definitely are very reactive. It's like a
Mhm.
reaction, it's like a immediate response. So
Right.
you have those kind of techniques in MMA.
Okay. So,
So
like,
today's day and date, it's very important for all of us. I mean, we are awakening parents here, but to be very honest, it is for parents, for not just their children, but also themselves. Because you can
right,
get into a situation anytime, anywhere. There's age no bar for such
Right.
situations. I mean,
Absolutely.
tomorrow you might have to just, land up saving a friend, helping out a friend. You can't just be like, oh my God, and just move out from there. That's not my
Yeah.
cup of tea. We can't do that. When we are together in it, for good and for bad. So,
So,
I mean,
so there are kicks and there are these punches. What are the movements are with the entire body, or like how does this
yeah,
work?
it is the entire body, but like I said, self-defense is, I
Majorly.
mean, yeah, I mean, every body is different, reacts differently, right? So what I could do, you might not be able to do, and vice versa. There are steps which you, so I think, the trainers teach you what is your best. There are variations in everything. So
Right.
whatever your body weight can take, whatever you can take, sometimes, like, you might just get nervous in a situation. So how
Right.
you respond to it, basically it's strengthening yourself in every way possible, mentally and physically. And
Wow,
then
that's
once
amazing.
you're mentally and physically strong, then you bloody had it. The other person,
Don't mess with me.
don't mess with me. So it's for all of us. I think, it should be like how parents do yoga sessions together with their children, how they do dinner
Yeah,
sessions. They should be doing
yeah. MMA as well.
self-defense
Yeah.
sessions with family.
So
There should be families doing it as a whole.
yeah, that's a good idea actually. So you started it training MMA yourself, doing MMA, and then you went on to becoming a chairperson. How did this work? How did you go about doing that?
Well, honestly, it started with my son training, and then,
Okay.
we got into it. Yeah, my younger
Oh,
son
so you-
trains MMA, so the whole thing started with him.
okay, that's amazing. So you're
Yeah,
also doing a lot of mindful eating along with this. Like you said, it's mental as well as physical stuff. So the
yeah,
strength is overall. So
correct.
yeah, tell us more about your eating habits and how did they change over the period of time.
Well, honestly, I've been working out. I think I've been a sports girl since the day I've understood life. Maybe I think I was 7 or 8 years old when I started playing badminton and then lawn tennis and then horse riding. So I have been a state level lawn tennis player. And of course,
Oh,
horse riding, not to any great level, but yes, I loved horse riding. So I was a regular taking part in the competitions at the racecourse, Mahalakshmi racecourse itself. But then,
oh
of
wow.
course, I took up to it, and then I was a throwball player all through school and few
Super.
years of college. But maximum I did was lawn tennis. So, those days were such that you're working out, you're eating, you're enjoying, a chilled
Yeah.
out child life.
Everything is just
But
like going on.
yeah, but then the past 7 or 8 years, I think, is, when I realized that working out is possible, but
Yeah.
getting to your goals one sided is not possible. Like, you eat everything, you work out, that is just living life. But
You
living
remain the
life
same.
with goals to
Yeah.
reach your goals, it's a
Yeah.
combination. You work
Right.
out, you eat well. You work out well, you eat well, and you get to your goals. Then you can see
Right.
them. So, it took me some time. So, the past 3 years is when I was like, okay, I am done of trying to reach my goals and I'm not able to. What's happening is the combination is
Okay.
not fitting in because I'm just taking it easy. Okay, I'm enjoying food. I still enjoy my food, but like we said, earlier, it is variants, and I have changed from eating all those rich foods, which are not good for the body, to eating the right food, which is very important for the body.
Right. Like,
So
what would be the switch? A
the
simple
switch
switch.
is like, if I have to have, if I feel like eating protein, I would prefer to eat dry protein. Like, I would not eat a butter chicken, or I would
Hmm.
not have a fish curry
Right.
on regular basis,
Right.
and it's like eating the right quantity,
Correct.
a measured quantity throughout the day, throughout the week. You do one cheat meal in a week, You do two in a week. That's okay. We are all human. We need it. And
Hmm.
we've lived a life with cheating on our meals. I mean, we call it cheating now,
I
but
I
technically
don't
that's
call
what
it
we've
cheat.
lived out of.
I don't call it cheat meals. I call it treat meals. So I changed the
So,
to a positive word. Like instead of treat, I call it treat.
yeah, that's a good way of doing it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, when you eat, mindful eating, I would be like, I mean, eat the right amount of quantity that your body really needs, not what your mind
Hmm.
and your heart are asking for. Because
Hmm.
somewhere down the line, when it comes to cheating and treating, the mind and heart become one. They literally become one, and
And
then
then you
later
put on the
they're
side.
like, I don't know what happened, you
Yeah,
know.
then you put on the side.
Yeah, it's
So then you
crazy.
have to
So yeah,
get the mind in
but
control. The mind is controlling the heart now.
absolutely, it's the
Right.
determination, and we call it sacrifice. But at the end of the day, when we get our results, that term sacrifice is totally rubbed off because you're like, you really don't mind it because it's out of my experience. Whatever I talk is out of sheer experience. So
Right.
getting to the goals, closer and closer to goals, feeling good about, reaching somewhere is only after living a disciplined lifestyle. And
Super.
mindful eating is a part of living a disciplined lifestyle, which includes eating and sleeping on time, waking up on time. The meals have to
Super.
not just be in good quantity, the right quantity, but also the right timing. You can't just
Right.
eat anything anytime, and you
Right.
can't just be like, oh, I was awake, so I was hungry, so I ate,
So what do you do
whatever
with
was
your
in my
social
fridge.
life then?
I'm sorry.
What do you do with your social life then?
Um, 99.9% of the times I eat and go out.
Hmm.
I eat in the car. I carry my tiffin with me. So in the day, I will eat in the car. In the night, if I go, I normally sleep before 10:30. So I
Hmm.
avoid night outs on weeknights,
Okay.
especially. So
Hmm.
if at all I have to step out, then I will eat a little late, say by 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Otherwise, I have my
Hmm.
dinner by 6:30.
Okay, that's amazing. That's really good. So you're sorted, your lifestyle is sorted.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And it took me a while, but it's now, like I said, it's been almost 7 years that, I'm living it up this way. And,
Super.
my results talk for me.
Are there. Yes, yes, yes. So you also train in nutrition and trained for the
Yes,
workouts
I
or
have
for people
started.
like
Well, honestly, I started it few months ago when
okay.
I noticed, the lockdown began, and I noticed all the rich and luxurious food pictures and stories and all coming up on Instagram and Facebook and all over social media. There was like all the,
So
home
people got
chefs
into a
coming
good
out
path.
with the tastiest food. And I
Yeah.
was like, what's happening? Like, this is the kind of food if everyone's going to eat when gyms are closed, when you can't step out. We've had it.
Hmm.
That's when I decided that, okay, I am going to set up IG lives for workouts and get people to realize that it's not about eating, it's also about burning. And, that's
Work.
also
Yeah.
living life. Working out is very important because there was a time in the first 2 months that people took it lightly that, okay, gym band hai, aram karo, wake up aram se. We all had that kind
Yeah.
of sedentary life, for a bit. So
Yes.
I personally felt that, okay, if everyone's posting pictures on food, I need to start increasing my posts on workouts,
Yes.
get people to notice that, okay, this is also important. And especially when you're eating this kind of food, this is most important to do is to burn out that, and it is
Right.
possible at home. So I started IGTV lives I did it every week, and by God's grace, I had got a very good turnout, very good response. And with that, eventually people started asking me about, how to train on certain exercises, and they used to be following me on my Instagram posts. Used to work out from there. They used to send me pictures, and they used to send me DMs that, what do we do? How do we take this up? And not just, not just some friends, but also unknown people.
Oh,
So then
wow.
I said, okay, fine, let me start. So then I started planning a little bit of diet for them, because I personally feel, like I said, they both go hand in hand. So if you're going to eat right, you'll be able to work out right, and vice versa.
Right. Right.
So that's when I started slowly, slowly, and yeah, it's going
That's
great now.
amazing. That's
So it
amazing.
really works for me to, train people. I love doing it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm seeing the results. I'm seeing how people are getting inspired and coming out. They're seeing their results, and they're more and more enthusiastic about working out. And it's their workout. It's not my kind of workout. It's what they want to work out. I'm just here to guide them. What to
Right.
eat right, how to do, how much to do in food, and how much to do in their workout. So of course it is, I'm open to,
Super.
having as many as possible, clients as possible. That's, I think I have that in me
That's
now.
amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, of course. You've been regularly doing your workouts and the results are visible. So it's like it obviously makes a difference, you know. So I
Yes, it
mean
does. Yeah.
I could I have been seeing it over the years, and we've been talking about this. So it's amazing, like how you've been from where you used to be. You were never over, like, obese or overweight, but you just gone
Oh,
fitter.
yes, I was.
No,
I
you
was.
I haven't seen.
I was. I
I
was.
haven't
I
seen.
don't know if I should be saying it, but I was 100 kgs two times. Both my
Oh,
deliveries, pregnancies.
during the
But going
pregnancy.
100 kgs is a lot. Coming down 45 kgs the first time, it
Yeah,
was a lot of work,
yeah,
So that's why I personally feel that, why start late? The moment
right,
you feel that you need it, just start.
just
The
start.
children should be doing it now. They shouldn't
Right.
wait till they come to a certain age when the metabolism slows down. Whatever you may say, age is
Mm.
just a number, but the body is counting it well. It definitely slows you down somewhere. And then you don't want to see that. So, I mean, whenever I'm sitting with my kids, I'm like, guys, enjoy, but in limits, because this fat might just stay back. Then don't tell
Mm.
me, because I am out of experience talking to you about
Yeah,
mindful eating.
right, right. And I mean, you're helping so many other people. I'm sure you're observing the same thing at home as well. So it makes a difference.
Of
Yeah.
course,
So
practice
everybody
what
is
you
in their own
preach.
style. Yeah. What about the newfound love that I see you promoting so many things as an influencer? So how did that happen? It's like a new personality, a new side of you. How did that happen? And what's your niche?
So again, honestly, it started with my IGTV lives.
Okay.
I had few live sessions during my IGTV where I was, like promoting the brands, the healthy food brands, which I personally eat, and
Yeah.
I believe in. So
Right.
it slowly, slowly began, and yeah, that's how it honestly began through my IGTV lives through during the lockdown.
Yeah.
And my personal I mean, the whole thing behind it is the Bulbeer recommends and Bulbeer fit fashion, because I believe in, fitness with fashion and lifestyle with fashion. So it's like
Right.
covering up
Like
everything.
the
You dress
whole
to the gym and you dream. Yeah, like you dress to a party. You're like, wow, oh my God, in your high heels and that luxurious life
element. Yeah,
way
the
of
element.
dressing. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have that element in workout attire too, whether it's the
Right.
shoes or it's the band or it's the workout gear. It's all available. So,
Yeah.
it's just a way to motivate you basically.
Yeah.
So
It just peps you up. It just peps you up, I said.
absolutely 100%. I mean, when you're working out and you're looking good, see, just don't we just put all our makeup and we're like, wow, we're all set for a party. It's the same
Yeah.
way dressing up to the gym. Of course, some have their makeup, some don't. It's personal. But technically, when you dress, you wear these good colors, you wear these good combinations, you match your shoes, you go contrast with your shoes and your outfit. You look great.
Yeah.
It just totally like peps you up and motivates you. And while you're working out, you feel so good about it. I mean, it's just like you're
I
looking at yourself more in the gym, in the mirror, because wherever you work out, you have the mirror in front of you.
right.
So it really, really gives you more of positive energy.
Correct. So also your stuff that you promote, like a lot of times I've obviously seen you wear your gears and then be at the gym. You post your pictures in those and you also promote those. So you believe, I mean, not just about the clothes, but the food that you eat and stuff, whatever you are promoting. Do you completely try that and do you believe in that stuff completely, or it's just like sometimes people just do it, to promote other things? Seriously, I wanted to ask that because there are so many influencers who I don't want to take names, but
Honestly, Balbir Gandhi is all about reality and all about transparency. What I like, I promote. So I actually have to taste everything that I am promoting, what I'm
right,
talking about, because I just can't talk about anything. Like if I'm going to be practicing, talking about something, the practice is going to be totally different from what I actually is going to be recorded, because everything that I do is from the heart, period.
right,
So
right,
if I like something, only then it is promoted in a certain way. Otherwise,
right.
I can't.
Everything
I
that you
mean,
promote,
everything is not about money. Everything is not about business and promotion. It's a feeling. It's something that has to come from within. People are
yeah,
trusting me when when they're seeing a
exactly,
product that okay,
exactly,
Balbir is recommending this, so we should try it. And
yeah,
you should. How do I? I mean, there's no better way than me speaking the truth, and it just
right.
flows out. The truth just flows out.
True, true.
So it
Because
has to
you
come from
resonate with
within
it.
it.
Yeah, when you resonate with it,
Absolutely.
it just flows with ease. Otherwise you
Yeah.
won't be there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, like with so many things, like you just spoke about your kids, how do you manage, balance everything? You're a great mom as well with the stuff you do. Like, how do you just blend in everything?
Good question. Good mom, ask the kids. Good wife, ask the husband. I don't know. Well, honestly, I totally give credit to God for,
Mm.
continuously sitting on my head and giving me all the
Balance.
strength I need, all the
Yeah,
positivity, and helping me balance out my life.
right.
I mean,
Because
supportive
there's so
kids,
many
supportive
people.
husband, supportive family, everything
Yeah,
just falls in place. God's grace all the way. Can't thank Him enough. Totally.
amazing.
When they
That's
were
amazing.
younger, I was totally involved with them. They've grown up now. We've literally grown together. I should say that. I was very young when I got married and had kids. So we've grown together. So they feel that, mom herself needs time for doing what she wants to do, and we need time for what we want to do. And together as a family, we actually we're more like friends.
Yeah,
Basically
yeah.
we're more like friends. So
That's
we
the essence.
understand each other. We talk things out. Now if I have
Yeah,
any queries, any doubts, shoot it to all three of them. They have it.
yeah.
We sit together as a family, God's grace. And as one team we take it up. And what better way to balance life?
Touch wood. That's so amazing because
Yeah.
yeah, there's so many times you've posted pictures of your son's birthday and things with you're doing with your husband. So it looks like an amazing you know rapport that you have and you've created. So I think a lot of credit goes to you because I mean that it's not easy for a mom to work and it's amazing that the kids are so understanding and they let you be yourself. That's also a
Yeah.
very beautiful.
Well,
You're
I
blessed.
would give that credit to my parents because they've been like that for me. that with us. They've
Yeah,
actually been friends with us. So, we never
yeah,
had those kind of parental, those that communication gap. Like till
right,
date, we've
right.
just been like, anything, everything is discussed. So, it's just, I think I've just followed that.
The trend. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, out of so many things that you do and so many hats that you have on your head, which one is the most exciting for you currently? Like,
I,
apart from your personal workouts, I know you love your workouts.
um, what should I say?
Like going
My
back, would
most,
you would you like to go back to being with the exhibitions, or would you are you enjoying this moment? Like,
my personal favorite is what I'm doing right now.
that's amazing.
I
That is
like to live for
amazing.
the moment. I'll be very honest.
Yeah,
I like to enjoy everything that I do. And when I'm doing something, I want to give it my 100%. I want to be there for it. So that has to be my favorite. It has to be, I have to be passionate about it, else how will I do it?
right.
So
So
to
it's
give
like
my 100%,
be in the now and enjoy whatever you're doing.
yes.
So, what is Balbir
Like
Gandhi's typical day like?
Balbeer's day starts early morning and I begin
Because
my
there's
day
so
with,
many people who are looking at whatever you're doing through the day and they would like to know more, is what I think.
so I wake up in the morning, I do my prayers and head to the gym. And of course, I post all about it on stories. And then back home to take care of whatever's happening at home and how to go about things, the first few hours about, what's the plan for the day, family wise, and then work wise. And then, I have my timings fixed for my meals, which is very important.
Very important, yes. So, like you said.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then end the day with normal days, end with, my dinner by 6:30, and then a evening, post dinner walk around 8 to 9, 1 hour,
Hmm.
and then spend time with family. And that's it.
So that's like a very balanced day. It looks like a very
Yeah,
balanced day,
yeah.
as you
I
said.
try to balance it out, I mean, even if I have those social days, I have social commitments,
Hmm.
whatever it is, I mean, the day has to, the reason I wake up early is also because I don't want, that I wake up and I'm out of the house and, everything's just as it is. And then I'm like totally on calls all the time, handling things at home. That doesn't
Yeah,
work with me, somehow it disturbs me. Like I'm just everywhere, but I'm still nowhere, you know.
right.
There's
So
no
you
point.
better be
So
organized. You like to
I
be organized.
prefer my, yes, I like to wake up early in the morning just so that I can plan everything, so that I'm not able to just, be at places just for namesake, I want to, wherever going, whatever I'm doing, I want to enjoy.
I know. I mean, I can see thoroughly, that whatever you do, it shows up on all your videos and all your the work that you do. It's like,
Most of my life is like totally on my gram right now. It's all on social media on daily basis because it's like just not covering up fit fashion, but it's also covering the lifestyle. Because see,
yeah,
people should know that she's just not working out and in the gym for 2 hours and 3 hours. No, that's not my
yeah,
life. That's
yeah,
not my life. That's a part of my life.
yeah. You do so
So
many other things, and you're like having fun with
yeah,
people, like,
you
socializing, and
yeah, social. I prefer socializing in the day if I have to
hmm,
because in the
right,
nights I want to sleep early. So,
right.
दिन में enjoy करो friends के साथ जब करना है, and then evenings just be home.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw your latest video. I mean, I think it was just out yesterday on Wake Up Parents, and you
Yeah.
spoke about self defense for daughters, especially. we you sent a message across, and I did repost because I really liked your message. Tell
Thank
the
you.
audience. I would like to elaborate here.
Well, honestly speaking, when it comes to awakening parents, it is not about just parents, it's not about just girls, it's about our children. See,
Yes.
we are more protective. Being a girl, I'm more protective about being a girl, about girls. You
Yes.
obviously are today's time, if professionally there's no differentiation in boys and girls. The same
Right.
way at home, there's no difference in boys and girls. I mean, in all these things, it's just a way of thinking. Sometimes you're just overprotective about your children and a little
Right.
more about girls. It just, so you want to be more, I want to be more precise. So it's just an understanding of people, how they want to understand it. What about those who have a boy and a girl?
Right.
I mean, they would, it's common sense that it is for children. It's
Yeah.
just that an impromptu when you're talking or you're like, beti, you know,
Hmm.
beti hai to
Yeah.
pehle dil ko lagta hai, you want to
Yeah.
protect
You
your
have to be
girl
protected.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, those who have just boys, it's just it's about children. It's not
Yeah.
about differentiating between boy and girl. It's
Okay.
like, we've moved way ahead of that time.
I
It's
think
just a way of putting it.
what I felt was that also not about your message, but generally, in general, if girls are taught MMA and they are taught how to do self defense, and boys are also taught the same, because a lot of times boys are also, accountable for a lot of things. They go through a lot of stuff. So I
Yeah,
feel that parents should also teach boys and girls how to behave with each other, because like
exactly.
we lost a child on 31st of
Trisha, you know what?
December.
Trishna, I'll tell you something. My thing is that if you'll see MMA, अभी देखो कोई बोलता है कि आर्मी में जाओ. हाँ हाँ हाँ, मेरा बेटा आर्मी में जाएगा, मेरा बेटा इंजीनियर बनेगा. अरे यार, that mindset. So when it comes to MMA, trust me, as of date, the number of boys and girls, it's 90% boys and 10% girls, what we have right now. So
Is it?
obviously, I'm going to push the girls, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Where are
the
you?
number
Where are you?
of girls right now, we're in Andheri and
Okay.
Juhu. So
Okay.
we are growing. We are trying to make batches for Bandra and, like, say if you have a group of five, six girls or
Yeah.
children. Sorry,
Is there a
let me be
phone
children.
number? No, no. But it's
Yeah,
not
so
about
I am
your
taking
children.
the registration. I'm taking registrations. We are going to be sitting.
Okay.
I'm going to be sitting with my president, and we'll be making up. We'll be sitting and dividing and doing all of that segregation and taking it forward very soon. We are working on it already. So my
So
whole
what?
thing is, the
How do
reason to
these
say girls
parents?
is
How do these
Hanji.
parents reach to you? Is what I would like to know.
So everything
Anything?
is like, there are many who have DM'd me since yesterday. And
Yes.
I have sent them a message, that you can register with me. Please put in your child's details, name, school, etc., etc., and
Right.
the parents' details with the telephone numbers and the address.
So what is the
So that
age?
I have 7 years plus.
7 years plus. Okay. Okay.
See, when they start learning at a young age, whatever we've learned at a young age is what we've
Yeah.
been able and practicing is something that has strengthened us, right? Internally.
Right. Right. It's muscle memory basically. So everything
Absolutely.
just stays. Yeah. Yeah.
Who
And
know it
practice.
better than you? You're
Okay.
like amazing on that. I give you like 100 on 100.
So it's like, thank you. I
I
always
wanted
have
to
people.
ask you, I want to
Yeah.
ask you about the book that's coming up, that the
Oh, my
upcoming
book.
book of yours.
Yeah, that's
Let's talk
that's
about a
it.
little bit of you also.
Yeah.
Of
No, it's
course.
just it's
Congratulations for
thank
the book. I'm
you.
waiting.
Thank you so much. It's on motivation actually, but it's more for it's
Wow.
not like the been there, done that motivation, because there is so much available and people
Yeah.
find it very difficult to read and read and read. So what I've done is I've just compiled very short stories like stuff where you get some information, some learning, and some motivation out of it, and that's how I'm promoting it. Like it's a very different kind of a concept, but it's from on motivation basically. So even kids, like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, can just pick it up and say, okay, I want to read this book, and it's taught me
Wow.
something, you know. So I want to like, and it could be somebody who's just getting into a holistic lifestyle or spirituality and is looking for certain, you know, pointers that may help them, and it's from those kind of things, and it's all experiences that I've put
Wow.
down in different ways.
So when do you release it? I'm
Uh,
waiting.
it's it's in the last edit actually. It'll be
Oh,
coming out
great.
very yes. So soon as
Wow. All the best.
thank you. I'm also waiting for that. So let's see. It and on it soon.
Looking
It is
forward.
thank you so much. So I'd like you to actually leave a message for all my viewers of the Fearless Indians. Oh, one second. Sorry, there is a question from somebody who's been on us.
Akshay Rane.
Yes. What are your views on Ronda Rousey's shock defeat? Do you think she took the hasty decision of quitting MMA?
Well, it's a very personal choice.
Right.
So about, okay, there's another
One
question.
more question. How is MMA recognized in India and abroad? What is the importance over here as compared to abroad?
Well, importance here isn't really much. So we need to get the
Promoting.
importance going. So that's the reason I'm promoting it. And I think we wake up in our country, we wake up only after there's an episode.
Right.
And memory here is very short-lived. So if
Right.
you're not going to be starting to work on it now, like if you're not going to to get going and getting into your self-defense techniques now, next week, it's going to wash off. So
Right.
if you register yourself today, if you start working on yourself today, then surely 2 months down the line, you're going to be proud of yourself that you have achieved something. You're glad you woke up and you took that step of going ahead and taking care. It's a way of taking care of yourself, basically. So
Right.
I mean, we have to give the importance ourselves.
Okay. So Akshay is asking, who's your favorite MMA fighter?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to comment on that because I know people who are, we have a few favorites and there's a lot of groupism over here. So I'm not going to take any name. All are my favorite.
We want to be politically correct.
Correct. Absolutely. I can't be, I mean, I am chairperson and I have to respect that. I respect MMA, I love
Right.
MMA, and I want people to, do it only for themselves. They are just for self-defense and their confidence.
Personal
That's
use.
it.
Yeah. Personal
Don't
use.
treat
Yeah.
it like a sport. Yeah, don't
Hmm.
take it like a sport. I'm not here talking about it only as a sport. For me, for our MMA India Women's Commission, it is more of, the self-defense techniques. It's taking care of yourself, saving yourself at a situation.
Right.
Again,
Right.
be it any age.
So there's one more question. Is Conor McGregor the best out there in this sport?
I don't know, maybe.
It's I think it's everybody's individual preference.
Yeah,
Whom they-
exactly.
So I hope Akshay that answers your question. Okay, so would you like to give a message to our viewers?
My message to all of you is that first, love yourself, be positive about everything that you have, stay in gratitude, take
Right.
care of yourself first, and automatically your family comes into priority because you're fine, everyone's fine.
Mm.
spread positivity amongst everyone you know, and have that kind of an approach. Your vibrations, everything should have an attitude full of gratitude at all times, because
Yes, yes,
whatever happens
absolutely.
happens for the best and we manifest it. So let's keep
Right.
it clean.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely resonate with what you just said. It's so amazing,
Thank
Balbir,
you.
having you over. Thanks for your time and thanks for
Likewise.
answering all the questions and
Thanks for
letting
having
us
me.
know so much about MMA. Even I was not aware about so many things going on in this world of MMA, means sports or whatever you can call it. Like I'm just getting to know from you that so much of self defense is also involved in this,
Of
and
course.
yes, and I hope you get a lot of registrations and people are awakened towards the fact that they
I
need
hope
protection,
so.
that kids need to be protected. And
I love that, if people understand the importance of self-defense, and
yeah, yeah,
they come up, they choose to take care
yes,
of themselves at certain situations when no one would be there. I mean, if we hear about what happened
they could be
last week, I mean, when you
traveling.
talk about it, you just feel so disgusted, because it's not that there were just three people in that party. There must be 30
Yeah,
people. There are definitely more than three people, but everyone
right.
put deaf ears to it and blind eyes. So
Yes,
that's not, that's the case where you need self defense. That's the
it's
time.
very
And that is the
sad.
time every time. You cannot trust anybody. I mean, because
Yeah,
people do get shaken up. It's not that they don't want to help you. It's just that they're like, oh my God, what just happened?
yeah,
They are
and
in a
you
state
could
of
be
shock.
pulled into this. Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
you need to be alert. You need to be there for yourself, because today we've
Yes,
come alone, we'll go alone. So at
yes,
least while we have to fight it alone, let's just do it.
yes,
So
absolutely.
we're very much open to group classes, batches. We personally will look into everything. If we have a group, we are more than happy to have that arranged. You have a location, you have a group of four, five, six. We are very open to it. We'll adjust the timing accordingly. We just want people to get there and get to know that they can do it themselves.
Yes, yes, absolutely. All the best with all that you're trying
Thank
to
you.
achieve. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here. Lovely
My
talking to you.
pleasure.
Bye.
Likewise. See you. Take care. Bye.